head coach Brad Butler from Shadow Creek. Coach, can you introduce your student athletes, please?
Cameron Johnson, offensive tackle here with us, and then Darion Brown, inside linebacker.
Okay, we'll open it up for questions.
Coach, talk about the experience to get to this point with this new varsity squad.
Well, I mean, this whole season has really been a magical season for us. Obviously, it didn't go the way we wanted it to out there today, but for a young program, I could not be more proud of our kids. And really, these guys, I mean, they've laid such a foundation for us moving forward in the future. So just extremely, extremely proud of the way they fought and competed.
And with your younger guys, Coach, how do you use this game as fuel to take it to the next year and then come back and win this championship?
Well, I think this whole experience of just, starting off pretty much from scratch, and anytime you're trying to start something new, if you can have some success along the way and give guys something to grasp onto, it helps you get there. And we've just been very fortunate this year to hang in ball games and win ball games, and really have kind of set the tone for what we hope to be as a program.
Coach, you had your moments defensively today, but what did Chandler Morris and their offense do today?
Well, my hat's off to Coach Highland and the whole Highland Park team. I knew coming in here that he's crafty, and he had a few wrinkles up his sleeve that hurt us, and we let him convert a couple of times. And and then offensively, early in the first half, we had a couple of penalties that kind of put us behind the chains, and the breaks just didn't go our way today. But they're a heck of a program and do a great job having those guys coached, and there's a reason why they've got the record they do and the track record.
Coach, how big did you feel like that drive there at the start of the second quarter was when you guys got down to 4 and then couldn't get into the end zone?
Yeah.
What do you feel like that touchdown there would have done?
I mean, it can help change kind of the momentum of the way things are going. And anytime you get down close, we've talked about it. We talked about it on the sidelines. Hey, it's huge for us to be able to capitalize here. And so, sometimes it just doesn't bounce the way you want it to.
To both the players, guys, I know it's tough right now, but you guys had a great season. Could you just talk a little bit about coming together and playing in this state championship?
I mean, us coming together, it's been an amazing season for us. We was young, coming from basically nothing these 2 years of us grinding and working it out. Nobody thought that, we're a first-year program, we wasn't going to make it. I mean, the ball ain't rolling our court, it didn't go our way, but everybody out there, I'm so proud of them. They laid their heart on the line for 48 minutes, but that was a heck of a scene. Everybody lined up in front of us was a dog, and I just hats off to them for a great season.
Coach, Jeremy sacked 9 times in the game, but he still managed to break off that long touchdown.
Yeah.
What does that just say about him, and how big was that play for you guys?
I mean, that was an exciting play there. It was, we just got kind of in a bind there where the score, was in a way, and I think once they knew that we were probably throwing quite a bit, it allowed them to kind of tee off on us, and so, it was a tough day at the office, I guess,
How proud are you of this team that just had?
Extremely proud. I tell you what, I told them I just never wanted them to have anything to hang their hat, about. I wanted them to feel like they always went out and gave their best effort, and if you do that, then you can always feel good about yourself. And that was the one thing coming into this ball game. It's a big stage, and I'm just proud of the way we didn't quit on the things that got us here, and they battled to the very end. And I just think that says a lot about their makeup.
Coach, talk about the stage a little bit. How Parks and your second time, your first year. Does it take some getting used to this type of stage in your first season?
Every step of the way this season has kind of been a first for us, and so I feel like we've had great maturity in the way we've handled things, and for the most part, I thought we did today too. I don't think our guys were so wide-eyed that it affected us, but I definitely think there is an advantage to, now that you've been here and done this, and especially if you're able to get back with some of the same guys, I think it sure would help to be a little more comfortable here.
If you can, talk about your run. You know, what was on your mind when you first looked up and then you were in open field and all toward it, and it was off to the races?
Are you talking about the long run Jamarian made? You know, over this playoff run, that one was really long. But he's kind of made a habit, you know, the last few weeks of just pulling the thing down and being able to find a crease. And he's so dangerous once he gets a little bit of open grass. So I knew if we could get a block or two that he'd be hard to handle. But extremely, he's an exciting player.
Coach, football's like a game of adjustments, and it seemed like you had to make a lot of adjustments from the beginning of the game with the running back going around, and then Jamarian taking a bunch of hits. Just talk to us about the adjustments that you had to go through throughout the game, and how you were able to keep it within grasp.
Well, you know, Marquez going down kind of changes us as a team a little bit. He's done such a great job all year of running the ball for us, and really had gotten stronger and stronger as the year had gone on. And losing him early, you know, it hurt us a little bit. You know, I just think it's important. We ended up hanging in there and being pretty close and having a chance to strike back, but you know, I don't know. It's just one of those days.
Your defense sort of kept answering the calls.
Right.
Halfway through the fourth quarter, good foot game, they got the offense off the field. Sort of talk about what your defense is going to do to keep giving you guys off the field.
Right. And you know, it's really reflective of the way they played. They've played lights out for most of the year. Those guys are just extremely fast. They caused, you know, problems, and it's just kind of the same as our whole football team. It's just not getting in a hole, keep fighting, and those guys truly believe that if they'll get the ball back, then the offense is going to go out there and try to turn it into points. And so I think it's just a testament to all these guys truly believing in each other.
This question is for the young men. You guys have been at this stage now. What are the feelings? I know you guys are having tough feelings right now. What do you guys feel that you can tell the other guys now to build on next year?
I mean, basically, we just tell them not to give up. Like, just because you're an undersized team, okay, you don't have the players that fit the spot, but if you go out there and put your heart out there, put your everything on the line, you know, anything can happen. As you can see, we made it here. Nobody thought we would, so that's just hats off to the coaching staff and everybody that have basically matured us into the positions and the spot that we are in today.
It's just hard. You have to have heart when you're playing at this type of stage. That's really it.
Coach, how do you sort of split this up? Again, now you guys are here. How do you split forward and you got experiences?
Right. You know, we didn't come into today wanting to come in second. You know, we really didn't. We had our eyes set on coming in here to try to win this ball game. But you know, I think we as a program we just build on it. I think the seeds are planted for our young kids. I think they'll be extremely excited for the future, and we you know, next opportunity, hopefully we find ourselves here, we can end up, you know, finishing the deal.
Final questions?
Coach, you played for, I mean, you played for the coach that you just lost to. What did he say at the end of the game? What was that like?
You know, we just greeted each other, and you know, I think we're both proud of each other in different ways, you know, and just overall this whole experience, this whole week, going against your former high school coach that, you know, I've respected him for years. He meant a lot to me as a player, and then to watch the success he's had. I mean, this was a unique and special week for a lot of different reasons.
To add on that, Coach,
Last question.
talking about something that took problems or very problem that you need.
Well, I've said a couple times, he's just always been a true professional, and you know, he manages his emotions pretty well, and I can reflect back on the way that he interacted with me as a quarterback playing for him, and I think, I mean, these guys know, I try to be as steady as I can, and I think that is a reflection of playing for him and trying to be steady and not get out of sorts myself, and because a lot of times doing that will take them out of sorts. So just how to treat players and how to treat them with respect.
Thanks, you guys. Congratulations on a great year.
Thank y'all. Thank you.
Okay, y'all know who these guys are? I guess you do.
We have head coach Randy Allen. Coach, can you introduce your front three here?
Okay, this is Ben Corwin, number 16. This is Whit Winfield, intercepted the last pass. Reagan Wells, starting left tackle. This is Hudson Clark, I think Hudson had a turnover. This is Venner Page, our running back. That's Prince Norborough, most valuable defensive player. He and Chandler and that's Chandler Morris, quarterback. Prince, a defensive end.
Over and up for questions.
Coach, what are your just first impressions of Winning State?
First impressions is it's amazing how difficult it is to get back here 3 times in a row. And, you know, our players and coaches met every challenge. We had a really close game with John Tyler in the quarterfinals. It kind of gave us a belief that we could get it done again. And they just, again, met every challenge, and we were very blessed to be healthy enough to have enough players ready to win today.
You know, last year, we had the game against Manville, you know, it was close. You know, this year you guys kind of came out and took a lead early on and, you know, played with a lot of confidence. How did you feel about going with your team going into today's game? Do you feel like they were confident and ready to go?
Well, I thought we were peaking at the right time. I thought we played our best game last week against Dip Ryan. And so I was looking for a, you know, improved performance today, and we did some really good things today. They're a tough football team, and very good on defense, and got some playmakers on offense. So it was a hard-fought victory, and I thought Shadow Creek had a great team, and I thought Coach Butler did a great job getting them ready for this game.
Your offense gets a lot of credit, obviously, for valid reasons, but your defense has been able to kind of shutting down the offense with playmakers like Dan Shadow Creek. What can you say about the performance they put together over the past few weeks, helped get you guys to the moment?
Well, you know, defense wins championships, and our guys in the fourth quarter, they won it. You know, they came up with a turnover at the end, and they held them out of the end zone and kept us in the game when it was could have gotten really close. So I'm just really proud of them. They played great on defense.
Prince, this question is for you. There was a dynamic quarterback, fast, that they had on the other team. What was it like chasing him around, and what was the game plan this week coming in?
I mean, the game plan this week was just trying to keep him contained because we all know he was fast. Like, not trying to pretty much give him the edge. So, you know, we kind of just stay in our rush lanes, do our jobs, and just play fast, play physical.
Ben, that was a mad goal. I kind of saw you put the circle or something like that. Just kind of speak on, you know, what was going through your mind on that play.
Before the play, I kind of told Chandler if I'm one-on-one out there, don't be afraid to throw it out there. And I was in the huddle, and, you know, Chandler has every trust in me. And then I think it was Drew Dodge took the receiver out, or Bennett Brown took the corner out with that. So, you know, it was Paxton Emerson. He had a great block, and I just kind of stopped, spun. I don't know, just kind of having fun with it out there. But, you know, it's just kind of worked, I guess. Click the B button.
Chandler, talk about your chemistry with Ben and Presser.
Wait, repeat the question, sorry.
Talk about your chemistry with your receivers. Ben and your receivers.
I have trust for almost all of my receivers. We all summer and off season we'd go out there and throw. It doesn't matter if it's 110 degrees. We're going to be on the turf throwing outside, and it's just sweat equity, I guess. And we just all just work hard together in the summer and in the off season.
Chandler, this season, you said it before that, you know, a lot of credit goes to Coach Allen, his play calling. This season started off with Coach Allen retiring for 3 weeks. You know, when that happened, you know, what was going through your head knowing that it was your time to be the varsity starting quarterback, and, you know, Coach Allen might have not been?
I mean, it was a tough, I think, 2.5, 3 weeks when he was gone. We showed our leadership, really showed up then. They had to step up and show leadership, and it was pretty surprised. It was a big surprise when he came back, I'm not gonna lie, but we were all excited when he came back.
How did being a coach's son prepare you for moments like this during the playoffs, these type of games today?
You live around the game so much, and seeing the players and the success that my dad's players would have, it really drove me to go to be the best of my ability and to try and go do what they do. I looked up to them so much, and just being around the game, it helped a ton, and everything, just the small things.
Hey, Whit, can you take me through the last interception that sealed it and what you saw?
Yes, sir. It was scramble drill because the quarterback, he got out of the pocket. My guy was he was running, I'm not sure, but it was some sort of deep route, so I was trying to stay over the top. We were trying to give him everything short, but keep everything deep. We didn't want to give that up. So when he got out of the pocket, my guy kind of shut it down to break back to the ball, and I got a good jump on it. I saw it pretty early, and then I just stepped in front of the ball and it got made the interception, I guess.
What was going through your head, obviously, when you made that pick, knowing the moment, knowing that you guys were going to three-peat?
I was just speechless. It meant so much to do that for like my team and my senior class, and to make the three-peat meant so much to all of us, and I'm just so proud of like my whole teammates. It was awesome.
Coach Allen, this is for you. First year that UILs used instant replay, you guys had a touchdown taken away. What are your thoughts on the use of instant replay? Do you like it, or?
I think it took way too long, and obviously I didn't like it because we we thought we scored, and our receiver thought he scored, and the official thought he scored, but instant replay determined that we didn't score.
Finn, talk about the catch. Did you feel like you kept control of it?
I personally thought I caught it the whole time. I popped right up with the ball in my hands, and seeing it, my arm, the ball was under my arm on the replay, so I never saw the ball move, and felt tough in that whole time. I came up, popped right up with the ball. So personally, I think it was a catch, and my teammates as well. So I think it was some calls were missed.
I got a chance to ask you earlier this year. Are you starting to feel like your foot is starting to get a little bit bigger, and then John Stevens shooting that you got your first win in state championship?
I give credit to all my teammates and my coaches. Now I hear that a lot now, but no, I don't. I'm just gonna put my head down and keep working, and we got another season, and we're gonna try and go get another.
You've had obviously a lot of great players today on your team. One guy that was suited up was James Lighthorn, and playing towards ACL senior captain. What does a win like this, and ever since you did tear his ACL, what does it mean to get him a win like this, even though he couldn't play?
He's our brother. We are a family out there on the team, and just to win it for him. And then we also had Andrew Bonnet and Drew Scott go down, and those three guys were key contributors, and they were heck of players out there. Just to win it for them, and their last memory in a Scott uniform is us winning state is the best feeling, knowing we could do it for them. It's a family bond, a family tradition here, and that's what just an amazing feeling.
Prince, on that note, Patrick had to step up for Lighthorn, and today he made a bunch of plays on the 1 yard line. He made a big stop. He had a sack. He was racing after the quarterback today. With you all day, it seemed like. How big was his performance today and just his adjustment into that role to be a starter?
He's big because when James went down, he had to step up, play a big role in our defense, playing linebacker, making a bunch of tackles. I kind of just told him, don't let the pressure get to you. Just play your game, do your job, and you'll be fine. And he came out there. He's been getting a lot better throughout the weeks. Been watching him go through practices. He's been getting a lot better. And he finally stepped up, had a bunch of great tackles today, helped our friend win the victory and stop himself.
This question for Hudson. He seems to come up with a big interception, in big games the last couple of years here. You talked about your knack of having many big plays when your team really needs you.
It's just we work on like ball drills every week in practice. It's come natural to I guess all of the DBs because we come through in big times, and it's amazing to get the opportunity to do that.
Go ahead. We'll go to the back.
This is for the players. Getting a three-peat or even more championships in a row. It's only been done like 18 times in the state of Texas. Anybody want to put that into perspective?
I think words can't describe what that means for us. We've been working so hard, and it's not just this year grinding since January. This is years of work. And back to touching on James Lighthorn, we've been playing football since 3rd grade together. So, I'm wearing his towel right here. He's always with us on the field, and I think words just can't describe what that means. And they say leave it better than you found it, and I think we did that today.
Coach Allen, would you mind touching on that idea to good wins for guys like James and other guys who didn't play today?
Well, injuries are always the part of the game you don't like, and we've had some really good players that went down to ACL injuries, and one went down to broken clavicle. But when we win it, they all get to share in the glory, and they all get to share in the victory, and it's a great feeling when everybody feels a part of the win, and everybody feels a part of it, because they gave a lot of themselves to get us to the point as a teammate, to get here to this point. And we miss them, but we're glad they got to share in the victory today. We're glad we have a philosophy of next man up too, because we had a lot of guys that filled in and did great jobs in their place.
Obviously, this season started off with, you know, your retirement announcement. You plan to coach next year?
Yes,
Question here.
You guys
Coach
have
Allen.
been able to look at
Next question here. Let's go ahead.
John Stevens, last year especially, he was kind of the premier performance of that whole weekend. I mean, he led the teams that put this program back on the map after a while and stopped the World War. I think you said in the beginning of the year that you thought Chandler had a chance to be the next in the line of great quarterbacks that you coached. How do you think did that kind of come to fruition today?
Well, winning a state championship is part of being a great quarterback. And, you know, until Chandler did that, you know, all these comparisons would have been needless. John Stevens took our team to 2 state championships. Chandler's had the opportunity to take this team to 1 championship. So it doesn't diminish John Stevens' performance. His performance last year was unbelievable. But Chandler did a wonderful job with this football team. And I'll say this about both John Stevens and Chandler, is that they're only as good as their teammates, and they had a great team surrounding them. And that's what makes any quarterback successful.
Final question.
So you guys, and most of you guys coming in, you were kind of replacing the people behind you who were able to win 2 state championships, but now you're able to do that in your own right. Either juniors are coming into your role more so as seniors. What does that mean for you guys to be able to do it on your terms as, you know, either be seniors in your senior year or juniors really first, you know, getting your big shot and
What's that better talk?
allow you to do it?
You know, it's it's a great feeling just knowing that when we were, like Reagan said, 3rd and 4th grade, watching the Scots growing up, and they're superheroes out there. You know, when you meet them, it's just, you're shocked. And you know, that's the feeling that we're trying to get to, is just, like Reagan also said, leave it better than you found it. And you know, just being able to follow our roles and do what we can, is not trying to do too much, is what it means to be a Scot, is doing your job and trusting the 10 other men on the field. It's an 11-man army out there on offense and defense.
All right, thanks, you guys. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.